there goes the rest of the coverage. So I gotta cut this thing down and come up with something else.
Hold up.
Hey dolls, I'm back. I am still working on videos. Obviously, I haven't given up. You guys know I've been down in a slump, but I am still working on things. A few days ago on the 21st was actually my 1-year anniversary being in this house. And quite honestly, I think that was one of the things that sent me spiraling, is because I've been here a year and I still have not completed decorating. Like, a year is a long time, but I feel like my bedroom should have been completely done by now, my other guest room, but because I have to film everything and edit and do all of this stuff, like something that should take me a couple of days takes me forever. And anyway, I don't want to just keep on rambling. So we are working on the backyard, simultaneously also working on the front porch. I'm doing refresh videos, update videos. I'm going to show you guys the backyard right now because it is a hot mess. Like, but the weather did a number on it. So be kind. All right, dolls, so let me show you exactly what happens out here when you're living coastally and you don't fully respect the wind. Okay, so you're gonna notice that the top is gone and all of the sides are completely ripped apart. I did go ahead and remove all of that because the wind here does not play. And I was very concerned about it tearing off when I was not aware of it and it becoming someone else's problem. So I took it down. As you can see, everything took a beating. It went through the winter, the snow, and then the spring came and everything got covered in that yellow and green pollen. The bamboo, oh my goodness, that stuff would not stay in place. And actually it contributed to a lot of the holes that I got in the screen because the wind kept blowing it against the screen. The light fixture, the finish that I put on did not hold up, so we're gonna have to repaint that. My table fell over. Thankfully the glass did not break, but my Buddha did break. She got damaged, but we're gonna repair her as well. The tarp, the black tarp that I put up, that lasted, so I am going to reuse it. However, I did not hunker it down properly, so this time I'm gonna be ready. Now that rug, not an indoor-outdoor rug, it was the rug that I had, so I used it. Remember, I had that in Mexico and in my townhouse, and now it's in the trash, but we got a new one. And let's keep in mind that the gazebo I got from Costway is still structurally sound, but I did order a replacement canopy to go on top because I knew that those things do not last. Now, this is not a one-man, this is a two-man or two-woman job, so my neighbor came over to help me. Okay, so got my beast neighbor over here, Jody. Aloha. Aloha. Yeah, she's from Hawaii. Okay.
More, but I just get out of your way for the video.
Oh, okay. So we got this on. It's a little big, a little baggy saggy, but that's okay. I'll do a little MacGyvering. I'd rather it be bigger. That way I can tighten it up myself. Now, I am so grateful to my neighbor Jody who came over to help me with her super tall ladder. So thank you, Jody. And I also want you guys to know that I decided to use the garage door screens instead of the standard gazebo screens that would wrap around. These are heavier and they also have magnets in the middle, so that way I don't have to deal with the zippers. Now, I just want you guys to know, Costway did ask me if I wanted to replace my gazebo with a hard top, and I said absolutely not. There is nothing wrong with this one. I am not about being wasteful, so we're going to figure out how to MacGyver this thing so that it's going to work for us yet another year.
What size do you need?
I need one to be 11 feet and the other one is 109, so a little over 9 feet. Okay, we went to Home Depot. We also went to Lowe's to get a few pieces of wood, but sidebar, look at this lamp. Isn't it cute? But $89, I can make that. Why do I always want to make it? We also went to Walmart. We picked up some of this customized, sort of rubberized, usually used for car spray paint, so stick around for that. We did a little bit of thrifting at the Habitat for Humanity. We also did a lot of Amazon shopping, and you'll see why in the video. These things all came in use and I had to get them very quickly, so that's why we did a lot of Amazon shopping. Okay, dolls, so at Home Depot, we picked up some of this 2x6 pressure treated deck boards. Now, if you guys did not see how I built the deck, you want to check out that video from last year when I did the deck. I wanted to put some support around the two exposed sides because I needed to add a little bit more support for some of the things that I was going to be hanging. So as you can see right here, I was able to attach one part of the 2x6 to the top of the gazebo and one part to the wood that I put at the bottom. This way it was going to make it easier for me to go ahead and flip my bamboo sideways. Now it's going linear as opposed to up and down, and I could keep it supported. I did that with zip ties at the top, and I also had that support beam in the center. So now when you see it, I was able to attach the bamboo on the sides, and then I cut it down so everything was nice and trim. And then I added another piece of pressure treated lattice board just to go on top of that to keep the bamboo from moving again. And now you can see the bamboo is in place. It's attached at the top, it's attached at the bottom, and in the center as well. I also, like I said, trimmed down all of the sides, and it looks really good. And now it's supported and the wind is not going to blow it out of place. I hate that skirt that they put around the edge right there. So I cut it off over here, I cut it off over here, and I just been velcroing all of this to it so the wind won't blow it off. Hopefully, I know as it gets hotter, the glue on here will start to stick more. Hopefully it doesn't liquefy and start to stain it. Okay, moving right along, I did purchase some of these outdoor curtain panel mural thingies from Temu because I wanted to give my Zen space a little bit more of an aesthetic feel as if I was in Bali. Okay, so if the wind would stop blowing. Now this doesn't have the black on it, but I would put the black behind it anyway because it helps with the rain. And keeping things dry. But I'm thinking maybe I should put that on that wall, even though it's gonna have this, but that's mainly for bugs, not for decor. It's for light and bugs. So this wind is treacherous, and this is calm compared to what it normally does, and that's why it got destroyed. Okay. Now it's time to take out this rug here. Okay, so this outdoor rug came from my Amazon haul, and I think it looks really good. Now, bear in mind, every single thing needed to get a nice clean, a nice little wash down, and also some touch up with some spray paint. So I did gather out of my stash all of the colors that I thought I might use for this outdoor project. I started with my light fixture. As you can see, it got very beat down by the weather. It got some rust on it. It looked washed out and faded, and I didn't want to throw it away just yet because that was a good thrift find for me. So I went ahead and added some bronze to it. I also added some of that clay color as well. I just sort of mixed them in so it didn't look like one solid stale color, but I think the bronze came through. As you can see, it did give it a more rich color and finish, but I did end up doing something else with this light fixture, so make sure you don't skip around and you stick around to see that. This thing came with these ugly things and some hooks, but I decided to just Velcro right on top of here and then just attach it like that with the sticky Velcro. So, gotta put the other piece up over there. So now that's in. I have to clean the glass, put it in, and then I still have to paint that pole behind it. I think I'm just gonna paint it black. So this year I decided I was going to be prepared because this thing fell over so many times. So I attached a screw to the back and that right there to make sure that this doesn't tip over. Okay, so one of the things that I thrifted from Habitat was this TV. It was something that I wanted. I know the elements can be harsh, but I only paid $30 for it. So even if it lasts me one season, worth it. So I do have this outdoor TV cover. I know it's for a bigger TV, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I could always cut it and hem it if I need to. But it's better than nothing. It's huge. I have some leftover tarp. I think I'm just gonna make one. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a little awkward because of the components in the back. However, none of that matters because it's keeping itself dry. Now, this is something else that I picked up for $5.99 from Habitat. You can see the back was all tore out. I like the artwork, but I needed to make sure that it was going to be waterproof and protected from the elements. So I used some of my leftover tarp to go ahead and do that. Okay, you guys, you can see the back is nice and smooth. It's taut. Nothing's getting in there. I did go ahead and add a couple of staples only because you know hot glue can be very temperamental. So I just wanted to make sure it was secure. Now we're going to add some tape to the front so we can get ready for the next step. All right, so as you can see, these frames were pretty beat up. They were dinged, they were scratched, they were coming apart in certain areas. I did go ahead and hot glue them down, like in this little corner, but that's why I bought that specialized paint. So let's go ahead and apply that after we cover these up. I saved these so I can use them as risers. So that way I can paint around the edges. Okay, let me show you the spray paint once again. As you can see, it is highly textured. It's normally used for trucks, the bumpers or the liners, and as you can see, it does really well at covering up imperfections. So with this, it just had that vinyl over it, and I wasn't going to be able to sand that and fix that, and nor did I want to. On top of that, it also made this more weatherproof because it is meant to be outside. Okay, so now this is done with the paint, and then remember we did along the back. So now it's got a waterproof backing-ish. It's better than it was. Okay, now the creative way to hang these up, use wreath hangers. I got those from Hobby Lobby. I like these in particular because they come apart. So there's actually two pieces, which means I end up getting 4 instead of just 2 because of the way that I'm going to use them. I actually then took this piece and I decided to go ahead and Dremel through that, and it was super easy. I just put a hole in it and now I just need to attach it to the frame. Okay, so I found the center of my frame, which is 8 and 6/32 from the center. And then I'll just go ahead and screw that into the back and then it should hang evenly. Alrighty, time to move on to my Buddha head. My Buddha got damaged. As you can see, there's a big gash on the top. I went ahead and fixed that with some ready mix concrete patch. And I don't mind it looking somewhat aged and patinaed, but I just put some of the lines back in there so it looked like it made sense. But when I did the back of it, I didn't bother to do too much smoothing out because I like the sort of rugged look of it. I let that dry overnight, and then the next day she was ready for a nice spray paint. I used some of the Rust-Oleum sand dollar color because yes, it's a good color to use. And then of course, for me to add my patina back in, I used my trusty busty coffee mix, which gives her a nice aged look. So you definitely have to try this. Some people use dirt, but I prefer to just use coffee. I then hit her with a light dusting of green just to give her that mossy effect. Now, since we needed something else on that table, I repurposed this one, did a little shopping at home, but I didn't like that color there. So I asked ChatGPT to go ahead and show it to me in blue. And I said, oh my God, not that. I need an ombre. She then put that. I didn't like it. I said, let's try navy. The navy was nice, but it was getting lost. So, okay, let's try it in gold. Too much gold, and I knew it wasn't gonna work. So how about we combine those two? However, I didn't like the way she combined them. So I said, do the ombre with the blue on the bottom. And I like that look. So let's go ahead and make it. All right, guys, time to splurge a little bit. I love this light fixture from Lamps Plus, and for 2 of them, $224. I thought not a bad deal. Let me go ahead and purchase those at full price. And if you believe that, then I have a house in Florida with a basement I want to sell you. Come on, seriously? No. I went ahead and repurposed this light fixture. Now let me show you what I did so you can do it too. $224. Seriously, guys, you know me better than that. So to make my version, I'm using a thrifted lampshade, also some spray paint. I love that sea glass spray paint. And we're gonna get one of these rechargeable bulbs. And if you get the ones with the remote control, do not leave remote controls outside. The batteries will corrode. Okay, I think this is the perfect time to go ahead and segue into my cord cover. Since we're talking about protection, we want to make sure that any plugs we have outside, like the one I have for my television, is going to be protected. We don't want to start fires or get electrocuted. And here's another thing I did to prevent any accidents. I used this outdoor cord cover to cover my extension cord, and then added another outdoor box so that the extension cords could attach and there would not be any hazards. You go ahead and lock that up and it'll keep it free from any water or pest damage, rodents, you just never know. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. All right, let's go ahead and address this large wicker chandelier. I thought I'd zhuzh her up. Feathers? No. Fringe? Too southwestern. How about beads? What do you think? I think I like it. So let's go ahead and get this hot glue and apply the beads, because that's what's going to work. And I also used some of my trusty busty zip ties because, again, we know hot glue is temperamental. I did go ahead and purchase a mirror for out there because that was one of the things that was missing when I was out there exercising. I went ahead and secured that to the deck with a few of my outdoor screws. So now I have to see if I like these pillowcases that I ordered. I have these pillows, I already have those, and I want to put these pillowcases on, and I want to wrap this rope around them, and then put this button. So I have to see how that's going to look. So this is kind of where my head is. Nothing's attached because I don't want to cut it if I don't like it. But okay, so that's sort of a mock-up of it. But these are the old pillows, and you see they kind of turn pink and they don't match with the rug anymore, and I like the way this color matches with the rug. So, and I like the little black pop and the little cheetah print on the button, because you know we gotta tie it in. I think I'm gonna go with those. Definitely, and this is a no-sew. We're using zip ties. We're gonna go ahead and secure that rope. I cut it into 4 equal parts and then wrapped it all the way around. Then I took another zip tie, fed that through the button, and then fed that through the 2 middle sections. And now I have this crossover line that matches with my rug, and I think they look absolutely fabulous. All right, now I want to show you guys this really pretty tray that I got from Ross that I can keep my towels on, the wet ones and the dry rolled ones. It looks really cute, so make sure you stick around to see that. I thought that was a good price for that one, but also check out this beautiful bowl that I got from Pottery Barn. It is large and in charge. I love it. It's great. Only I didn't get mine from Pottery Barn. I got it from Salvation Army for $8.99, and it is gorgeous. See? Told you. Okay, remember these decorative fans that I MacGyvered? Well, I had to bleach them. You can see the difference in the color. Everything got a good scrub down. Okay, so everything got washed. Some things were washed in the machine. Some stuff was power washed outside, like all the furniture. These pillows did not have an opening, so I just cut an opening and took all that stuffing out because it was rock hard. I mean, it was just not in good shape. But I'm going to use the pillows from inside of the gazebo and just stuff them in here, since those are indoor-outdoor pillows. And then these will just end up being slip covers. So I'm gonna take everything off of here. You know, all these pillows are dirty. And voila! I have to say, Costway, I am very, very impressed. because this is the second time that these pillows got wrecked and they came clean in the washing machine. Just a little bit of bleach added in and everything just looks brand new. So I can definitely vouch for the quality of the pillows and the furniture. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I did not have this table last year. I found this one at the thrift store for $7.99. It's similar to my Costway furniture, but not exactly the same. It actually matches the furniture outside better, but the Costway table outside is the right size. So I'm gonna add these same legs that I added to my Costway furniture to this piece, so it actually sits up a little bit higher, and then after that I think we're done. Actually, we're not. I'm sorry, I lied. Okay, so I did pick up these outdoor solar light fixtures from Hobby Lobby. They were 40% off of that $9.99, so not a bad price at all, and I love the contemporary look. Now we're gonna move over to the table, which I wanted to extend the legs for. So I did that using my Dremel because I had to make holes in that metal since these legs do not fit. I go ahead and screw those in. You guys have seen this in my other video, and if you missed it, go back and watch it. I did it to all the chairs. The other thing I did was I picked up a Roku stick and remote because I knew that that TV would not work outside. There was no way to get an HDMI cable out there, so I needed to do that. Now I can watch my favorite former HGTV stars. Okay, dolls, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button, hype button, and leave your comments. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss my patio refresh, my front porch makeover, and a very special project that I have going for the grandkids, an amazing play and plant area. I want to give a special shout out to Costway. Please see my links for your discount. Have a great week. I love you. Bye.